You know, they just grow up so dang fast, don't they? I feel like it was just yesterday I was driving this home from the school district parking lot. And by yesterday, I mean 2 years ago. This is our second to last bus to leave the shop here. And it is a 2001 Thomas built, front engined, 37-foot long, full-size school bus. It's got the Cummins 24 valve, 5.9 liter turbo diesel engine that you all love, and an Allison MD 3060 overdrive automatic transmission. It's about as good as it gets, you know, in a lot of ways. I'm out here today because the owners of this bus will be here in 3 hours to pick it up, drive it all the way down to Florida, put it on a ferry, unload it in Puerto Rico, and then live on it full time on an off-grid piece of land they have down there. Wow, you know, amazing. But before they come, and since this is a bus I'm especially proud of, I thought y'all would like to see what I've been up to in there with the crew of talented people working here at Chrome Yellow to turn this into what you see before you, which is a super functional, multi-purpose, multi-seasonal, off-grid home on wheels. Let's take a walk around and we'll work our way in like layers of an onion. Show you what we've been up to. Starting at the front, you'll notice this bus no longer has a front door for the kiddos to get on. And you're right, it doesn't. We skinned over this during the roof raise and got rid of the front stairs. And in its place, we've installed a custom-made watertight door from SKOOLIE.com, thanks Luke, to access what is now a really a pretty sizable storage area. And better yet, opened up this whole passenger side area next to the driver for some seating. Front row, mind you. Working our way back, we've got our undermount outdoor section for our mini split heat pump. And then on the other side of this door, which we'll talk about in a second, we've got access, again from SKOOLIE.com, to our propane tank. The door is a custom-made door just to fit this opening with a custom-made stairwell and fold-out RV stairs because that's just nice. And a beautiful, gorgeous stairwell to enter this bus, but we're not going to go inside it yet. We got to finish talking about all the rest of the fun stuff happening on the outside of this bus. Rounding out the passenger side of the bus, we've got an exterior storage box. Pretty handy there. We wanted to go full depth, but there is a diesel tank here, and this bus has, I believe, a 100-gallon diesel tank, which is very nice. And then right here we have the outdoor portion of their 10-gallon Exothermic propane electric hot water heater. And I'm a big fan of these because they're electric if you got extra power, and they're propane if you don't. And that's very nice. And the exothermic part refers to the fact that it actually heats the water up to about 150 degrees and then tempers it with incoming water to bring it down to about 125 degrees. So this 10-gallon tank of extremely hot water, it's actually going to get you about 16 gallons of the temperature of water you can actually use. We have to talk about what's going on upstairs. We've got a full complement of rigid LED, I don't know what you'd call them, just cute little lights across the top here on both sides and across the front up there. And I'll get a picture of that, you know, once things get a little darker. Across the bottom, there's, you can't see them, some underglow rigid lights. And then we have an unbelievably powerful upper light bar and of course a lower light bar. All of the lights on the bus have been converted to LED, and those are rigid LED headlights as well. This thing practically glows in the dark. Coming around to the back, and the surprises just keep coming. If you'll notice, we've extended the back bumper about 14 inches from its original position. And that gives us room for a nice landing pad upon which to put this custom-made ladder, which goes up to the rooftop deck. It's fun up there, let me tell you. Over here, we've got a trailer hitch, and into that we have stuck a set of stairs. And, you know, those stairs are made for walking on. Walking on to where? Well, right back here, which, if you'll believe it, is actually the doctor's office. Can you believe this? I can't. It's quite hard to capture how neat and efficient this office is, but I mean, it really, you could work down here, and you've even got windows at the back door, which is nice. Got little pockets and drawers galore, and of course we've got our own HVAC with a vent to the outside world, beautiful puck lights, and then also a little rope light action. It's very small in here. And then a little desk with a little drawer. Isn't that cute? Pew, mind blown. Above it, we've got a vent for that space, a backup camera, and another one of those cool rigid bright lights. Coming down the driver's side, and the fun doesn't stop. Up here we've got our water inlet and a vent, stainless steel, and 30 amp shore power inlet. However, I don't think they're going to be using much of that because this thing is very capable off-grid. We've got another underbody truck toolbox right here. And down in this corner, we've got our diesel heater and our gray water tank. And you should take a look at this. Inside this underbelly toolbox, we've installed a Spartan diesel heater by a company called Wallace. And these are typically used in the marine world. They're big in boats. But what's nice is that this is a diesel-fired central heat style furnace, unlike maybe a Webasto or an Eberspacher or a Chinese diesel heater, where it's just kind of point of use, you know, you don't really branch it off into too many circuits. This is actually meant to run multiple lines out of its plenum and be ducted across the entire bus. So we've mounted it outside because, quite frankly, we didn't have room inside. And to make it a little easier to service, it's inside this weather-tight box, which is really nice because these are not cheap. And it does a great job of keeping up with extreme cold. We've had several cold snaps here, all the way down to, I think, -5. And this has done a fine job of keeping it warm inside. It's a great heater. Just in front of that, we've got our gray tank and the gray tank dump valve, which is right here. Nothing too special there, but it's good to have one. Oh, and everyone wants their outdoor shower, you know? Okay, I know. Look, it would be wrong to go on and not talk about the 16-inch elephant in the room, which is the roof raise we put on this bus. 16 inches straight up, all the way from the back to the front. And, well, gosh, I almost forget to talk about them because it's just so commonplace around these parts, but let me just tell you again, it makes a big difference. Yeah, sure does. Well, I think that wraps up all the things I care to show you about the outside. Once it gets dark, I'll turn on those bright things for you, and we'll see how that works. That's cool. I haven't done that yet, actually. Go figure. Anyway, let's hop inside this thing, and I'll show you all of the amazing features we've packed right inside. I'm not sure if it gets much nicer than this, to be honest with you. We've got what I think is a wonderful combination of clean lines, a sort of modern aesthetic, but mostly something that's just, I think, tasteful and timeless, and hopefully ages a lot better, you know, than some of those RVs I see out there. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure where to begin. But I guess we'll just start at the front and work our way back. Up here, we've got 2 awesome speakers, a car audio Bluetooth receiver, which is really nice. You can just plug in and jam the tunes. We've got 3 large overhead bin storage areas. We also have a storage spot for a computer that connects to a projector output that we installed right here above these shelves, which is really sweet. This is a front engine bus, and you're probably asking, Charlie, how are they gonna work on that engine with this big couch built over it? Don't worry about that, okay? Boom. This whole zone opens up, and it allows you to fully open the doghouse, which is really nice, and it's not much trouble at all. Just one piece. Gotta love that. Behind the couch, we've got storage, which is really cool on both sides, and then we also have storage under this front section here. The seat is brand new, and it is cush, let me tell you. It's got this like kneading massage pattern. Like I could just sit in that, and I do. Right here, we've got a little more storage. And in this area, I'm not gonna go to the trouble of setting it up, is a table that actually sets down right here so that the whole family can sit around and have a meal. This chair even swivels, which is very nice, and enjoy themselves. Pretty good, huh? Take a look around. We've got typical puck lights in the ceiling. We've got a shelf over here, another shelf over here with some more advanced bookshelves down here. These shelves actually each have a capacity of over 150 pounds. Tons and tons of nice lighting details. We've got hidden lights behind the lips of the shelves. We also put in a row of red LED light strips so that you can operate those lights at night, maybe when you're going down the road, without straining your eyes too bad. Say somebody's driving. Let me turn on the reds here. Which one is it? There we go. I don't know if it's turning up, but we got some red lights there. Pretty clever though, to be honest, because it is nice to have lights, but you don't want to blind the driver when you're going down the road. Working our way back on this side, we have this side of the kitchen. Sink, aren't they lovely? Awesome, awesome big storage up here. Inside this, believe it or not, we've got a custom built drying rack that actually drips out the bottom of this upper cabinet right into the sink. That was a good day, huh? Lots of awesome storage here. I mean, I could go on for days. We've got over 30 drawers alone in this bus. Pretty special. Right here, we've got a pop-out pantry, and why not another one, you know? And of course, we've got our clever little Berkey system here. These Berkey water filters can be a real bear to mount, but this one, it's not going anywhere, and you just pull a string and it fills it up, which is really nice. You've got a sight glass on both the top and the bottom, so you can't overfill it. And I think that's a really nice little thing that we do for people. It really is. Oh, and of course, a full-size fridge. Refrigerator compartment on the top, and then 2 drawers. I believe this one's a freezer, or this one's a freezer, and this one's maybe also a freezer. I don't know, but it's cold. And this bus has been running up and alive for about 8 months on its own power. Just hanging out, waiting to be lived in. Boy. Rounding out the kitchen on this side, we've got a nice peninsula countertop here with our 24-inch propane range and oven. And then below here, believe it or not, we've actually got a little dog kennel. How fun is that? And then a beautiful 42-inch wide double pane RV window to gaze out of while you know, simmer. And it would be totally wrong of me to move out of this section without talking about all of the toe kick cabinets we also included. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Oh my gosh, and on. Oh my. Wow. But hey, they're there. Get back in. And you know it wouldn't be complete without a control center. So here we've got our Victron Touch 50 Clearly mapping out everything that's happening in the electrical world. Up above it, we have our sea level tank monitor and water pump control, showing our LPG, gray, fresh, and 12 volt system voltages. And then over here is the thermostat for the Wallace diesel furnace, and then right above it is the electric and gas elements for the Dometic water heater. It's a big bus, but it gets a little tight in here, so we're gonna have to go into selfie mode. Forgive me, so I can talk about this amazing bathroom that we've built. It's split in half. And then also go on and talk about these really clever bunks, a in-suite washer and dryer, and of course, the master bedroom. It's hard to do, you know. We got to start here in the bathroom with the shower. And it's just like most of the showers that we make. We start with a custom stainless steel pan with a nice tile flange across the bottom. You see that runs all the way around. And then we go up with the client's tile of choice. In this case, they did a 2-pattern setup, which, I think it looks pretty sweet. And then we put in one of these really fancy van life doors. Gosh, what's the name? It's escaping me right now. It's got like a futuristic sounding name though. Like Millennium or something. Anyway. Nice door. Coming across to the other side, we've got our Nature's Head, again with the HEPFO, going right down into our gray water system. Nice little window with some shelves around. And then right here we've got it's a surface mount sink basin, couple big drawers, and yeah, another toe kick drawer. With rope lights here and, puck lights in the ceiling. And then we've also got a pretty cool little slide open. I'm parked on a crazy slope right now. That's nice. And then, this kind of faucet, pump style, well pump, I don't know. So there's the bathroom. And so we come across another pocket door, which takes us into the bedroom. Or should I say the bunk room, I guess. This bunk room is really special. So we've got 2 twin-size bunks, and if you'll notice, their feet actually go into a little cubby behind the shower. We've got nice shelves and reading lights for each bunk, and those shelf lights are dimmable. And then under this bunk, wouldn't you know it, a bunch of storage. Nice custom-made ladder and railing. And then over here we've got something really exciting, and that's our all-in-one washer dryer. Little storage for brooms and all the washer stuff here. And then, gosh, more doors and wardrobes and drawers than you can shake a stick at. That's our AC main breaker panel. One of our 2 DC fuse blocks, and of course a 24 volt to 12 volt step down converter, closet rod, and a MoFi. That means that this bus has its own Wi-Fi network. Pretty cool. And then a whole row of drawers. Coming down into the systems world, we've got the backside of our gas electric water heater, a 100-gallon freshwater tank, nearly empty, 13 kilowatt hours of lithium-ion battery storage. On the roof, we've got 2,600 watts of solar coming into a smart solar charge controller. Then we've got a Victron Orion, which we actually use for keeping the starting batteries topped off. There's our Lynx distributor, and then our Victron 3000 volt amp inverter for running all the AC systems. And then of course, that's our Sterling Energy 12 volt DC to 24 volt DC battery charger for charging off the starting battery and the bus's alternator. To get into the master bed, it's a little more exciting because we needed all the storage below. So we actually installed a little step up, and you come up into here and we've got a perimeter bookshelf And for the headboard, that actually flips up, and we've got a reading lamp on each side. Not a bad place to hang out, if I do say so. You know, I almost get tired reliving all the work that we put into this, just going over it with y'all. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for the tour on this bus. It's something I'm really proud of, and I think it's a unique look, something that you don't see a lot of in this community. And I hope some of the cool things we packed into this give you ideas for your own build. Or at least I was entertaining while you ate that delicious pizza that you ordered, well, 40 minutes ago? Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date and see the newest videos I'm putting out. And we'll see you next time here at the shop.